Okay, let's push the old luck. Okay, an FM 224 Chewbacca. No, but let's try and yeah, not play too Rexy. Maybe King's Gambit here. No, I should have played Roy Lopez. I know how terrible. I know, but I don't think Bishop C5 is brilliant though. I can get a quick accelerated centre with B4 here. Maybe Bishop B2 actually. Don't even need to play C3. Just keep the bishop on diagonal. Maybe F takes first and then Bishop B2. Putting immediate pressure on E5. If knight C6, then Bishop B5. So maybe I'll fix C5 and then Bishop B2 it. Knight D7. No. Bishop C4. F7 might be vulnerable to C3 and Queen B3 later. This would be a target on B4. So I think FE, Bishop B2. Hope for the best. Hopefully it won't be a total disaster. So how does he defend E5? So with knight D7 or knight C6. If knight C6, I think Bishop B5. If knight D7, Bishop C4, then C3 and Queen B3 could carry on pressure on F7. If he plays F6, actually I can win that pawn. I can just win that pawn. It releases some of the tension though. Bishop C4 might be better. Might even be off the knight F6, Bishop F7, knight G5. C3, Queen B3. And knight G5. There's knight C5. Bishop F7. Why can't I take on E5 again? Oh, he's got Queen H4 anyway. He's got Queen H4 coming up. So let's just go for F7. You know, if I took, you know, he's got Queen H4 at the end of that. So I want to try and use the F file, I think, now, and F7. Remember those games we looking at in the evolution of style with the battery on A2? That struck me as struck a chord there. Actually, it emphasises the F7 weakness. It's quite critical. Those old games. Right. Okay. What if I try for a quick D4 here? Would that be terrible? Take and get the queen there, and then E5 for knight F6. Okay, I look to have pressure. Queen F6 is E5, knight F6 is E5. I want to play knight C3, maybe castle queenside, or even just castles on F7. F7, F7, F7. Okay, so E5 here. Can he be very happy with his position? If I castle, I'm threatening almost Bishop F7 straight off the bat for a discovered check with knight G5. I'm just going to play Queen B6 to grovel the exchange with queens here. Well, I think I've got him on the back foot. He's losing a bit of time here, getting a bit of a time advantage. So let's see, Queen B6 could be the most annoying. Queen B6, Queen F4. What is he going to play? Okay, here knight C3 just for knight D5. Knight C3, C6, knight E4 into D6. If Queen C5 though, that'd be a pain. If castle's Queen C5, so I'll play knight C3, Queen C5, Queen F4. That holds on to things and attacks F7. I think I'll play that. Then actually be knight E4, Queen C4. There's knight D6, winning the queen. So Queen queen c5, queen f4. Slightly released. What has he released? Nothing, actually. That's a good move. Well, he hasn't got queen c5s though now, so if I just, I don't know, bishop b3 or castles. Do I want to lose the light square bishop? Check, it's harmless. Bishop d7. Castling queen side, is that harmless? Maybe not. It's queen a3, king b1, queen b4 check, losing a piece. I'm losing a piece almost. Unless I want the queens off. So if I castle king side, I think I want to keep my light square bishop actually. But say bishop b3, knight h6. Oh, that's a pain. There's no knight e4 or anything. Knight d5. Is that worth playing? If I castle, am I letting them off the hook? What about bishop d3? Actually, just eyeing h7. I think I'll play bishop d3. Keep my light square bishop for a moment. So, because queen e4 will be a good battery anyway. Forcing a concession, surely, at some point. Maybe not here. No, he seems pretty solid. Whoops, I'm in trouble because there's bishop f5 now. Unless, I don't know actually, knight g5, I've just lost a piece. Great. Knight e6 though, or bishop. I've got a few threats, it's not totally dead just yet, but losing a piece is, I don't know, unfortunate. Not necessary. Alright, he's confused here, he's losing a bit of time now again. He's confused what to do, I hope. So if he castles, I can take on h7. Otherwise knight e6 is currently threatened anyway, almost. Well, the knight's on f7 though. Okay, it's coming down to less than a minute. Exciting. Perfectionist? Is this FM a perfectionist? Knight d5, is there a problem with knight d5? Knight e6 here. Stopping castling, because if it takes knight f4, I'm on the f file. So I've got something for the piece. That's exciting. Okay. How to increase the pressure? We double here. Or rook g3. We check. Come back to h3. Oh, there would have been rook f7. Oh dear. If I had doubles, oh dear. Let's try and get this king weakened. 30 seconds. I'm going to try and weaken the king, like in the Alicoin game. 26 seconds. Okay, so what's that? It's just giving up a rook. On that f4. Yes! I haven't been a title player on this pairing for ages. That was a crazy game. He seems to lose a lot of time. How did the clock go so bad for him? So bishop b2, I was right to actually avoid this disaster with knight e5, because knight takes, bishop takes, queen h4, and then you'll be winning e4. So I think this was an interesting move, bishop c4. So he moves back, which is really annoying, to stop me castling naturally. So I break open the centre, but I've got weaknesses. With that, this b pawn c3 is a bit weaker, as losing a piece demonstrates actually pretty soon. Losing the knight to a check. Because he kicks my queen off the protecting the knight, and of course I've weakened c3 already, so this makes a disaster scenario, this scenario here, where queen c5 is winning a piece. But his queen slightly, I don't know, something's wrong with this position, because the knight's usually on f6. I have got an advanced pawn, which means h7 is weaker than usual, so he can't naturally castle without losing h7, so he spent a bit of time here. So after knight e6 I got something anyway. I stopped him from castling normally. After the check, if g6 maybe, no, I think he can play g6 because there's knight f7. No, I'm not sure. So his king wanders anyway. a4 I think is a good practical try to cause a bit of panic on the diagonal, especially my queen's over there, so c4, and he's getting short of time here. He totally blunders. Comments or questions on YouTube, but what's his stats? He's been up to 2529 on the auto pairing, massive. His blitz is 2636, he's been up to 2872. Blimey. Okay, thanks very much.